Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. We're here. We're back. The camera's not now. The camera's on me. It's Three for the Money. New episodes every Thursday, and it's week 15 of the NFL season. The end is nigh, at least for the regular season, if we're talking weeks and numbers. But yes, last week is done. I had a fine week. But first, we are brought to you by the Trend Center app. Link in the description. Get a 15% off a premium membership. It's probably the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. Maybe the greatest tool just on the planet. I don't know. You'd have to see for yourself. Check that shit out. Anyways, it's week 15. Last week was week 14, right? And I ended up going 4-3. I lost my surefire pick. Not a terrible week, I guess, out of the picks I gave out. Something that I'm kind of okay with. I'm kind of okay just being regular right now. Not too bad, not too good. We're in the middle. We're in the middle. Sean, how was your week?
I wish I could tell you boys that I've had worst weeks, but this was a historic one. 1-9
Mm.
ain't good. I've never had a worst week in the NFL in my entire betting career. It's embarrassing, to say the least. Depressed, I'm heartbroken, and I lost a lot of money this weekend, most importantly. Um, I'm not feeling too confident going into this week, but I guess I'm confident enough to get on the internet and tell you my thoughts and opinions about what I think are winners this week. So, yeah, it's not a Costanza week, spoiler, but yeah, 1-9. Chris, I
Okay,
hope you were
Chris.
better.
I couldn't even fathom going 1-9. I mean, that's brutal. I went 2-8, so suck it. Yeah, it was. Everything was bad. It was just everything was terrible. Through through a few live bets and props that I didn't give out because she figured they'd lose anyway. What was the point? I ended up only being down like a handful of units instead of like 10. But it was still just a disaster of a week. I mean, just right out of the gate was 0-4. The Titans suck. The Falcons suck. The Jameis throws an interception in the final minutes to lose the over, and the Browns Steelers, and then just everything was terrible. So, yeah, not a Costanza week this week either for me, but I'm here, so let's do it.
Yeah, I'll even pile on to my depression. I went to the Titans game
You're a
like last
sick
minute.
man.
Well, I thought it'd actually be a fun game to go to. And then I
Honestly,
was just miserable there. It
We all
started
kind
to
of thought
rain, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing?
we all kind of thought that it would be a good game. At least a good game. I had the over.
I thought it would be entertaining.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
it
didn't
wasn't.
think it. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, bet the over and the lowest scoring NFL game of the season so far. So that's fun.
Yep.
Okay. All right, moving on. It's week 15 of the NFL season, and the first game we're going to talk about here is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, led by Jameis, love him or hate him, they're home dogs by 4 currently. And this game kind of has me in a pretzel here. It's just like Chiefs just don't they just can't cover a number these days. But neither can the Browns. Neither can the Browns. They just throw shit away. The Browns just throw shit away. And I have a pick, but I want to hear someone else's opinion of this game. Sean, what do you think about this game?
I hate it, but I got to go with Jameis and the Browns. I mean, this Chiefs team, they've really struggled to dominate this year. I mean, everyone knows, so I don't have to say it, but I'm going to say it. They're 12-1. They've failed to cover the spread in the last 7 games. They're squeaking by opponents, narrow victories. Cleveland has been a little more competitive at home. They're 2-1 since Jameis took over, and Myles Garrett led defense. I think they hold a slight edge over the Chiefs. Um, yeah, I think the Browns do have the tools to keep this game closer than expected. I think 4 is the right number, so I'm going to take the Browns plus 4.5 here. Chris, what you got?
I also I don't like this pick, but I'm going with it. I'm taking the Chiefs. I think
There you go, Will.
Hope this helps. Pacheco's like back. You kind of saw that at the end of last game. He was kind of getting back to his old self. I think the Chiefs just try to dominate this game on the ground and just own time of possession and force Jameis to kind of have to play a near perfect game, which I love the guy. I do. One of the most entertaining quarterbacks I've ever seen. If you're relying on Jameis to play a perfect game, you're fucked. He has 9 picks. Yeah, 9 picks in the last 5 games.
Lord,
I just don't see it. I think it will be a close game. But it's only 4. The Chiefs can win by 5, and it'll still be a 1 possession game. And they pull some black magic shit. I just think Chiefs dominate time of possession, and their defense just does just enough for them to win by 5. So, Will, did that help anything?
No. But I'm taking the Browns. I had a pick before we went into it, but it's just like I feel like I just cannot win with this game just in general. It feels like if I bet on the Chiefs here and they don't cover, I'm gonna feel like a moron because they haven't covered in 7 games. But like if I bet on the Browns and they just get stomped by the Chiefs, I'm just gonna be like it. Of course, the Chiefs would stomp them. They're the fucking Cleveland Browns. Of course, Jameis Winston would throw 3 picks. Of course. So, I'm taking the Browns. I don't know. It's kind of just like I'm gonna follow the story of the season, I guess. All these close games with the Chiefs. I'm gonna lay the I'm gonna take the number, or I'm taking plus 4. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Next game, Dolphins at the Texans. Dolphins kind of hot right now. Texans kind of not really. I mean, they just came off the bye. They barely beat the Jags, and then they lost to the Titans. Texans not looking too good right now. I don't know. What do we think, Chris? What do you think about this game?
I'm taking over 47. Dolphins offense is humming. ever since Tua's come back with that stinker they laid in Green Bay when they only scored, I believe, 17. So take that, like, and that was just in the cold. The Dolphins don't like the cold. That's a scientific fact. So if you kind of throw that one out, then they're doing much better. They've scored 30 points in 4 of their last 5, I believe, or at least 3 of their last 4. Their defense, on the other hand, I don't really know what they're doing. Obviously, they kind of got torched by Green Bay, and then Aaron Rodgers and the Jets kind of had their way with them. 400 yards, like that defense or that offense is not good. So I think the Texans will be able to score enough to get this over. I don't really. The Texans' offense, man, is a mystery. But it's like one half they will look like good, kind of like how they did last year. And then in the second half, I think I saw they're averaging 9 points per game in the second half.
That's rough.
Yeah, which kind of goes against my pick. But I'm taking the over. I think they kind of put it together after the bye. I saw a thing like they've been playing pretty much since July because they were in the Hall of Fame game. That's insane. So maybe, offense gets some rest. And, yeah, I like over 47. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with another dog. I'm going with the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins to cover +3 here. Yeah, like you mentioned, Texans have been pretty up and down. Tough losses to the Titans and the Jets. Almost they almost lost to the Jags. Miami, on the other hand, I think they won 5 in a row or
Yeah,
something.
they're kind of hot right now.
4 of their last 5, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Because they lost to the Packers on Thanksgiving.
Right.
But they've won every other game, I think, since Tua's been back.
They're sneakily, coming back up. Yeah, Tua's been playing really well. I mean, Houston defense, they give up a lot of passing touchdowns. So, that's not what you want coming into, playing against the Dolphins. I just think the Dolphins have been more consistent as of late, and they should have no problem covering this spread against this. I mean, this Texans team has kind of been low key struggling all year, and yeah, they're leading the division, but this division fucking blows. So, yeah, give me the Dolphins +3. Will?
I am on the over with Chris here. I agree with everything that Chris said. Yeah, I mean, Texans are low key struggling, and I mean it's worth noting that Azeez Al-Shaair is going to be suspended, but I mean, I guess it's worth noting, but he's not like a difference maker. I mean, I think he's a pretty good player, but it's I don't know. It's
he's a starter.
Yeah, I mean he's a starter. Yeah, and I mean the Dolphins, they've been able to put up some serious points this season, and I like the over 47. I also think both teams kind of need to win this game, and so both teams also have very middle of the road to below average defenses, and it's just kind of like who's going to outscore the other instead of who's going to stop the other. So that's the way I see it. But that's that. Next game, the Steelers at the Eagles. The Eagles have been playing pretty well. I think was since Nick Sirianni shaved his head or something. I don't know. I saw some meme about that.
I mean, they've won 9 in a row.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if that started when he shaved his head, but
I don't know. But Eagles are favored at home by 5.5 currently, and I guess I'll take the first one here. I'm going Steelers. I feel like this is another pick I can't really win with. It's just like it's such a big number, and I'm just gonna take them to cover that 5.5. I don't think either of these teams stomps out the other. I think both teams have it kind of figured out at this point in the season. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of this is purely a numbers pick. less about like I guess skill and what I mean. It's Mike Tomlin as a dog. Historically that's been pretty good against the spread. So I'm taking the plus 5.5. Chris, what do you think?
I'm taking the under 42 and a half. I think this game is going to be a rock fight. Looking like no George Pickens for Pittsburgh. So I think they're just going to run this ball and they're going to just turn it into a slugfest. And, the Eagles are perfectly fine with doing that, whether they want to or they're kind of resorted to because Jalen Hurts struggles. But, I mean, they got Saquon, so they are very comfortable running the football. And the Steelers, I mean, they've shown they can shut down elite running backs. They held Derrick Henry to 65 yards 4 weeks ago, whenever they played Baltimore and beat Baltimore. So I can see them having a similar strategy to that one. Let's just run the ball, have Boswell kick 5 field goals, let's win and go home. And yeah, it's Tomlin as a dog, so that they're not going to let it get away from them. So there's going to be ugly 15-12, whatever you kind of game. Yeah, Sean, what are you taking?
I'm going to go over 42 and a half. Yeah, I think both teams have at least top 5, top 10 defenses. But Eagles, I mean, their recent games, they've tended to go over the 42 and a half mark, as have the Steelers. I mean, both teams are averaging at least 27 points per game in the last 6 weeks. Uh, I think this makes, I mean, it's math, this makes it a more likely high scoring game. This is a low line at 42 and a half, but I mean, I'll say that, no George Pickens sucks. AJ Brown's been kind of quiet, um, especially recently, but I do expect them to get AJ more involved soon. Especially I gotta hope for this fantasy playoffs, but yeah, this low line just doesn't really. I mean, it scares me now that Chris has made some really good points, but when I saw it, it didn't sit quite right with me. So, instinctually, I was like, yeah, this is an over. So I'm gonna go over 42 and a half.
Okay. That's that game. Next game, Bills at Lions. This game has the potential to be amazing. The best game on the board. Uh, and with the way that these two teams are playing, maybe one of the best games of the year. Bills at the Lions. Lions at home, favored by 2.5 currently. Sean, what do you think about this game? It feels like both teams are kind of on fire. Even though the Bills lost last week, they scored 42 points. They only lost
Yep.
by 2 points. It's hard to say they played a bad game. The Rams just played a better one.
Yeah. I look at this as a preview to the Super Bowl in Week 15, and I think that's beautiful. And we mentioned this last week. This could potentially be, and I remember saying this on the show that the Super Bowl was in Las Vegas. It is in New Orleans. I did want to mention
Oh yeah, it is.
that. We messed up. We messed that up last week.
Why did I think it was in Las Vegas?
I don't know, and
Was
none
it
of
in
us
Vegas
really.
last year?
I think so,
Okay, I guess.
but
Maybe
it
you were
is
thinking
it
of
is in New
WrestleMania
Orleans.
this year.
Yeah, it must have been what I was thinking.
Must be.
No, the NBA Cup final, the in-season tournament is in Las Vegas. That's what I was
Oh, of course,
everyone's got that on the brain right now.
Yeah, it's so interchangeable of just, Super Bowl, NBA Cup final, in-season Cup final, whatever you want to, this meaningless award, but whatever. Um, yeah, I mean, we want this game to rock, so let's bet an over. Over 40, over 54 and a half. Both teams high scoring. Detroit's averaging at least 32 points per game. Buffalo at least 30 and a half. This combined with their recent shootouts, it suggests another high scoring affair. These offenses explode. I take this over in this matchup. I mean, this is a game that could easily reach the 60s, if not, 70s, maybe 80s. Dare I say? I mean,
Hundreds.
nah,
Maybe,
I won't go that high.
maybe the 90s.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who's to say?
But who's to say? Yeah. Over 54.5 is my pick. I know it's an easy one. You look at it and you're like, yep, that's an over. It's so high though. I think is this the highest total of this season?
I think I saw it was the highest total since 22.
Okay.
So
All
last
right.
2 seasons.
Well, Chris, what do you got in this game?
Totally agree. Over
All
54
right.
and a half. I
Okay.
just want this game to rock, and I think it will rock. We saw what Josh Allen is capable when he plays in a control, or capable of when he plays in a controlled environment. And there's no reason to think he can't do it again. I don't really buy the letdown spot kind of thing. Josh Allen has played, or in the last 10 games he has played inside, the Bills are averaging 32 points per game. The Lions banged up as hell on defense, especially on that interior. I think the Bills could just run the ball right through them, honestly. And I know usually run the ball, you think under, but I mean, shit, if they're going to be averaging like 10, 12 yards a clip, you never know. Plus, I mean, Josh Allen's going to sling it. That's just what he does. And so does Jared Goff. I think this game's it's going to be sick. And I pray to God it's a preview of the Super Bowl because that would just be amazing. So yeah, over 44 and a half, or 54 and a half, excuse me. Let's have some fun. Will, do we have a clean sweep?
We do.
Let's go.
We have a hope for fun game here.
Low key, I was expecting you to go, no, under. Like just on
Why?
like low key. I don't know.
You hate me?
Because I thought you could smell the cheese or something. Like I thought you were a rat.
No, I'm stupid. I've not been very good this year.
Well,
Will, you have been like the under guy for as long as we've been doing this show.
That's very true. But I'm also a fun guy, right?
I said low key. Like lowest of keys. I thought you were just low key gonna say no, under. That's all I was trying to say.
Nope, not me.
He's
I'm
a
betting the
fun
over.
guy.
I'm fun. I'm fun now.
Call him Shiitake because he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
mushroom jokes. We got him.
All right. I'm betting the over 54 and a half. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add, truthfully. I mean, do you want to add another terrible mushroom joke? You got one for me?
I don't got one. I don't got
Yeah.
one locked in. But
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
next game.
there's only so far you can go with mushroom jokes, and I think
Well,
I pulled the trigger. So
Well, I mean, empty the clip, brother. Okay. Well, the next game.
clip is one chamber of just, and it was a blank.
I thought it was funny.
Thank you.
All right, Sunday Night Football. The next game, it's the Packers at the Seahawks in Seattle. Seahawks home underdogs by 2.5. This line kind of feels right. And both teams really kind of need to win this game. NFC matchup. And I mean, like the Packers division is so stacked. It's tough to see if they get even in the wild card. It's just like both of these teams really need this game so bad, and like the division for that the Seahawks are in is just. I think they're leading the division now, or they were. They still are. But I mean that division is still kind of wide open.
I mean, yeah, they're first in the NFC West. Packers are in the wild card spot. So
okay. But yeah, both teams still kind of need this. So, Chris, what do you think about this game?
I'm taking the Seahawks. I got +3 this morning. I like it at 2.5. Makes me nervous, but I like 3. Seattle, sneaky hot football team right now. I think they've won 4 or 5 in a row. Look out. I mean, don't want to play them in the playoffs. Green Bay, Jordan Love is playing very well right now, but Green Bay is still very much a run-first football team. And Seattle is, I think it's the third best defense against the run in the league. So I think they kind of limit Josh Jacobs and their secondary, especially with Mike McDonald. What's this?
Mike McDonald.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that's not right. He coaches Miami. Mike McDonald coaching the defense. I think they'll get some schemes up that'll kind of confuse Jordan Love, make him, throw a couple picks maybe. He hasn't thrown a pick in 3 games, but he was leading the league, I believe, in interceptions at one point this season. So he is capable of making mistakes. I think Seahawks, they keep it close. Green Bay secondary, not very good. They got torched by Detroit. Detroit's a good team. Second half against Chicago, Detroit played Chicago, excuse me. Who did they play last?
Seahawks?
No, Green Bay. I thought Green Bay got.
Were they on bye?
Never mind, forget it. I'm just going to move on. Seahawks have weapons with Metcalf, Geno, and Smith and Jigba who can torch a pretty middle-of-the-road Packers secondary. So, yeah.
They played the Lions last Thursday.
Yeah, they got lit up. So, yeah.
No, they lost by 3.
No, but they gave up 40 points, didn't they? I was talking about their defense.
Hey, they gave up 34.
34, okay.
34-31, final score.
Okay. Seahawks +3. Pick. Lock it in. Will, what do you think?
I am on the opposite.
Oh.
I am on the Packers. -2.5. I think this is... it's tough to say it's a hungry dog runs faster, but Packers are kind of in a position where they really, really need this fucking win right here. So I'm taking the Packers -2.5. And I think the Seahawks have just been playing well because they've been playing their dog shit division. They just beat the Cardinals twice in 3 weeks. So, of course, anyone's going to look good against the Cardinals.
Cardinals are a good team, man.
Not against the Seahawks.
Not in division.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but they're still a good team.
So where it matters,
they're not the Giants.
They're not the Giants. Who's to say? Anyway, I'm taking the Packers -2.5. I just think they really need this game a lot more. And then I have a trend center stat to back this shit up. Check it out. Road favorites after the last game went over are 179, 114, and 7 against the spread. 7-3 in the last 10. Packers -2.5. Lock it in. John?
Totally agree. Packers -3. I did get them at 3 today. To the Seahawks' credit, their defense has been pretty solid, but they do struggle against the run, which, they're kind of playing right into the Packers' hands with Josh Jacobs. Green Bay, they've been looking strong lately, especially since they've got this, extra 10 days of rest, playing from on Thursday. They've just, they've been more and more convincing in their wins, and even in their losses, they hung right in there with the Lions up until the last few minutes. But even though Seattle's pretty tough at home, but I think the Packers, they overbalance on offense and defense. So I think that gives the Pack the edge here. So lock me in for Packers -3. Excuse me. And that's it.
Lock the fuck in. Okay. All right, that's the slate. Let's go into our surefire picks here. Sean, you give me your surefire pick right now.
Great. Guy who hasn't won one in weeks. Just
neither have I.
Throw him one. Yeah, my surefire pick of the week is the Washington Manders and the New Orleans Saints over 43.5. got to win one of these fucking things. So I'm just going back to old reliable of Manders overs. Manders coming off their bye after absolutely destroying the Titans. Playing the Saints, who I'm not even sure. I don't even think the Saints know who is going to start at quarterback this week. Um, but it's not out of the question that the Manders will score 35 to 40 on their own. So they may hit this themselves, but I think if the Saints can get a few on the board, this should be easy. So yeah, Saints or Manders Saints over 43 and a half. Surefire pick, double unit, guaranteed not to lose. Chris, you're already on camera, so go ahead.
Oh, I didn't. My bad. I have been burned by the Jacksonville Jaguars 2 weeks in a row against my surefires. I'm not betting against them again this week. I was really close to just making it my surefire until it hits, but that's irresponsible and I suck and I need to win. So I'm going with my favorite quarterback in the NFL right now and my favorite head coach. I've been saying it all season. The Denver Broncos. I'm taking them -4 against the Indianapolis Colts. Denver's defense, very good, especially against the run. I think they can pretty much eliminate the Colts run game from the equation. And that means you're relying on old Tony Richardson to win you a football game. And I don't think he's really capable of doing that. So I think the Broncos win. I think they win. I think this could be sneaky blowout. I think they win handily. Also worth noting, Bronco is 6-0 against the spread when they're favored this season. So let's make it 7-0. Broncos -4. Sean Payton, Bo Nix, my two favorite people in the NFL who aren't associated with the Titans. I've said it all season long. Broncos -4. Surefire. Will, what are you taking?
Are you a Bo lever?
I am now. Actually, no. I've been all season. I don't know why I said that.
Famously all season.
Check the tapes. I said that since the day he was drafted. I said
check the pre-draft show of Three for the Money, and you will see that Chris and all of us have always been Bo Nix fans and will continue to be Bo Nix fans until otherwise. So
I mean,
I was pretty in the middle about it, but
no, we were all 100% on board.
Yeah. Okay, my surefire pick. So we kind of just talked about it. It's the Packers. I think they just really fucking need this win. And you know who else needs a fucking win? Me, Will. I need a fucking surefire win. Give that to me, please. Please, Jordan Love, deliver me an against the spread win against the Seattle Seahawks. Please, if you can hear me, Jordan Love, please don't throw this game away. Please save me, Jordan Love. Please help me.
I will say that I looked up the Packers, playoff chances. If they win this game, they have a 99% chance of getting into the playoffs. So if they win this game, they can't clinch it, but it's all but clinched. Some weird shit's got to go down for them to not make it,
Mm-hmm. Does it say what the chances are if they lose?
Yes, it does. And if they lose, they still have a 95% playoff.
I was going to say, yeah, they're pretty much done.
Oh, well. Oh, well, still taking it. Too late. Too late. Don't want to think about it.
I was trying to be positive about it, Chris, and then and then you on the other side is like, but what if they lose?
Just asking a question. I can't ask a question.
I mean, you can, but
can't do it. Apparently not.
You're going to get some sass is all I'm saying.
Can't you just ask we're talking just three guys talking ball. Can't even ask a question.
I didn't know they were in a pretty good position like that. I mean, I knew they were a pretty good team this year. I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, they're not. I mean, they're 9-4.
So they won 9 games.
They're good.
Yeah, but like they're third in their. It's like they're third in their division. That's just what I think about.
Yeah, but they're third in their division, but they still won 9 games. Like you can still make the playoffs, even if you're third in the division.
I mean,
like as long as you win, 10 plus games, you're
it
probably getting in.
it is like mathematically. At least I haven't ran the numbers, but I believe it is possible for all 4 teams in the division to make the playoffs.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm pretty that would be very hard to do. You pretty much have to split all your divisional games and then win every non-divisional game. But
Yeah.
I believe I don't know if it's ever been done.
It's certainly possible.
Gotta be possible.
It's
Gotta be.
not unpossible, right?
Maybe some ties got to be thrown in there, but
It's, that is also possible.
yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see that.
I don't
if I'm
either,
being honest,
but I was just thinking
We're just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just having
Just talking ball.
Just having some fun.
Talking ball, talking numbers. It's fine.
Yeah. We love numbers.
It's hard when the Packers are, actually have actually tried to build like a good football team, and then the Vikings are just kind of dicking around and they just go and win 11 games. So
Yeah.
we weren't even trying to be good. We just
they're kind of in they're kind of in a rebuild phase. But they've won 11 games. So
they were going to start a rookie quarterback. So they were kind of just we'll see what happens, and they're probably going to get a home playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
I mean, I fucking took the Packers to win the division. So
well, that's already lost. So
yeah, that's not gonna
yeah,
happen.
that's
no. It's not going to happen because it's already
Lions
lost.
clinched.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I mean you're right. But
yeah, that's what I said. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Just say that it's lost. Then
just say it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It's not going to happen implies that it still could happen.
No,
it implies that it's
you
not.
Can't even fucking.
It implies that it's not a certain. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
You're an asshole.
It's not gonna happen. It's lost. It's gone. There was a point where it could have happened, but it's just not gonna happen. That shit's not happening. It's just not happening,
All right. We did.
All right, let's move on here. Moving on, now it's time for our extra plays of the week. Okay. You know what? I'll go first. I'll go first on this extra plays segment of the show this week. I only got 2. First play I got, Bucks Chargers over 45.5. I think this game could rock as well. I think that the Chargers can stop the run, but I also think that they can't stop the pass. That's pretty much it. I think Baker is gonna sling it across the yard. It's the Bake Show. It's the Bake. He's been putting this team on his back ever since his receivers went down on Thursday night football or Monday night football, whatever night football that was, when they were playing the Ravens there. And Bucks kind of need this game, and the Chargers always play everyone tough. So I'm taking over. I'm taking over 45.5. The next pick I got goes against Chris's Surefire, but I'm throwing Chris's Surefire in the Surefire parlay. Obviously, I'm taking the Colts +4. This is purely a trend center play. All right, I got a trend center stat for you. Fade good teams that consistently covered. Parentheses, sell high. This is 120, 57, and 4 against the spread. Colts +4. And that's really all I got. So, Chris, if you're done writing things down, I think that's what you're doing. I hear a click of a pen.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
All right. Well, I was actually just writing hateful things down about you since you're going against my Surefire.
Some slurs.
I'm going to take your Surefire.
I mean, I'm going against yours, so it's
Exactly.
fair.
This
But
is the exact same.
yeah, but okay, let's get into it. Kind of piggybacking off of one of Sean's or off of Sean's Surefire, I'm taking the Manders -7.
I
think
did that. I will say that was almost my Surefire.
Yeah, I think they beat the shit. The Saints could legitimately be the worst team in the NFL. Like with no Derek Carr, no Rashid Shaheed, Alvin Kamara is their best player right now, and he only got like 2 yards of carry against the god awful Giants. So I don't see how the Saints are going to be able to score. The Manders kind of need get right performance after kind of limping into the bye week, despite what they did to the Titans. But yeah, Manders -7. I think they just boat race them. Speaking to the Titans Bengals over 47.5. Both defenses below. I think the offense will get will get their ass chewed all week, and deservedly so after that just putrid performance. I think Brian Callahan, I don't want to say it's not really revenge, but kind of going against your former team, you kind of want to show out. I think the offense will be much better. Titans defense, it was once good. I think they're just kind of worn out now at this point. They're always on the field, I think, and the Bengals defense is trash. So yeah, over 47.5. So yeah, 47.5. Last one. Stop the presses. The Carolina Panthers are a favorite in an NFL football game.
Against who?
The Dallas Cowboys. And I am taking the Carolina Football Panthers -2.5 against the Cowboys.
You said plus. You said plus.
Oh, I did? I thought I said minus.
You said plus. Just
oh, excuse me.
We're just used to it.
Yeah,
I know.
This
I know.
Is
I had.
uncharted.
I know it's uncharted territory. We gotta get it right though. They are favorites in a football game.
And like a regular season game in the year of our Lord 2024.
Well, yeah, of course it's regular season. They're not making the postseason.
Well, I'm saying it's not like the preseason.
No, okay, I see.
But yes, Panthers -2.5. Bryce Young, is he kind of like really good all of a sudden?
Like, I mean, he just needs some
throw.
It's the NFL. It's the big leagues.
It's wild. I mean, we thought like when he got benched, it was like, okay, well, he's done. He's never going to play again. And then now he's like kind of like not just like serviceable. He's kind of like legitimately good. Panthers are playing really tough right now. And the Cowboys, man, I don't know where their mentals are at after just a debilitating loss on Monday Night Football. Micah Parsons looks like he's about done. I just really don't know where this team's head's at. They might just be counting down, get to the offseason, let's go play some golf. So yeah, Panthers -2.5 to round it out, and that is the card. Sean, what's the rest of your slate?
All right, I'm gonna take the Bengals spread, no matter what it is. I think it opened at 4.5. I think it went up to 5.5 today. I kind of expect it to go up a little bit more. Titans fucking suck. I think Jamar Chase is going to absolutely cook this defense alive. I also play against Jamar in fantasy in the first week of fantasy playoffs. He just dropped 45 points last week. So I'm at least going to make some money off this game. I do not like that over. I'll just say it, because I don't think the Titans are going to be able to score.
I think if they can get 17 points, this hits.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going to be real.
A lot, though.
The Bengals defense is god awful, dude.
I cannot bet on this game. I just won't do it.
I mean, like, as a respective fan, like, you shouldn't.
No, like, either way, I bet on this fucking team. I always lose. Always. I can't do it anymore.
Can't do it. You had him on Monday night, though, right?
That
against the
was like
Dolphins?
13 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you had them though.
Yeah.
You made money. You
once.
made some money off of them.
I've
Don't say you
lost
never.
way
Don't say you
more.
never make money off of them.
I've lost way, way more. I've lost that money I won a long time ago on this team.
I did see a thing today. I think it's through 15 weeks of or through 14 weeks of the season. This Titans team has the worst against the spread record of all time, with 2-12. Would you care to guess who? Yeah, 2-12. Would you care to guess who the second worst team against the spread is through 14 weeks of the season?
Is it us?
Yes. It's the 2014 Titans, who are 3-11.
I saw that the Titans have to win out to match Mike Vrabel's worst record with the team.
Yep.
Which would have been last year. So.
Yep.
Yeah,
there it is.
We fucking suck.
Yeah, we fucking suck. Yeah, I'm gonna take this Bengals spread. Just whatever it is. Hedging joy, hedging joy, whatever you want to call it. Like, I won't even really feel joyful if the Titans just win outright. Because what's the point? Maybe I'll feel something. Maybe I'll feel something just because we fucked over the Bengals a little bit for making the playoffs. Maybe just something, but it's not going to be much. So
I felt pretty awful when I bet against them when they were playing the Texans and we beat them handedly.
Yeah, I felt like shit.
I felt like shit.
Yeah.
I felt pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
I didn't touch that game, so.
And you know what, Chris? I shouldn't have touched it either.
You were smart.
I do think that, like, I agree with Will that I think almost, other than that Miami game, I think I've lost pretty much every bet I've played. Whether spreads, overs,
unders, anything.
Yeah. Granted, I don't think I bet that. I'm not like betting them every week. At least I don't think I am. But yeah, it's usually.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. Any way I tackle this, I'm going to lose. Except for that one time on Monday Night Football.
I will say that my thought process behind this is not like, I mean, I have the over, so it's definitely not a bet on the Titans. I'm not expecting them to play well. I think this could be a game you look up, the Bengals have 30 at halftime.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're like, I don't want to bet against us because I just like.
I will.
I hate doing that. Also, I think I feel like most of the time, granted, I think I've only done it a handful of times. Most times when I've done that, we've won outright. I think the most notable I bet against us when we played the Chiefs at home, like when we won that blocked field goal.
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I had the Chiefs -7.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, that game was
That's a big
awesome.
number.
That's
that time.
Yeah, we were terrible.
That must have been Bovada days.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That had to have been.
That was first. I think that was first.
Nah, that had to have been Bovada days, dude.
Maybe it was. I thought it was first year it was legal, but I could be wrong.
That was Tannehill's first year. That was a Bovada day because that Super Bowl we used Bovada.
Was it that year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I bet it. I remember it, and I remember we won, and it was awesome. I was very happy. But then just that small part of me was just like, dang. It's like I was. Don't get me wrong. 99.5% joy, but just that degenerate in me was like, fucking assholes. But yeah.
Sorry, Sean. What's the rest of your picks?
Oh
no, you're good.
My bad.
Yeah, I got some more picks. But that was great. We need a little vent. But I've also got the Chargers -3. Bucks are on a 3-game win streak, but they've played the Raiders, the Panthers, and the Giants. Chargers are 7-1 against the spread this season as favorites. I just think the Chargers are the better team by far. And then I've got the Arizona Cardinals -6.5. Cardinals are a good team, but they've lost 3 straight after their bye week, including 2 to the Seahawks. What better than a get right game than the New England Patriots coming to town? I mean, if they want to stay in it, they got to win this game, and they got to win it big. They gotta put their nuts on the table pretty much. So, give me the Cardinals -6.5. Check the Twitter for the 2 Monday night games as well, because we do have 2 Monday night games this week.
They
We
must
do?
suck.
Unbeknownst reason. Yes, we've got the Bears, Vikings, and the Falcons, Falcon Raiders. Yes, the
Desmond
Raiders.
Ritter revenge game potentially.
Yes, Desmond Ritter is going against his former team at home.
Desmond Raider. All right.
Aiden O'Connell might start. I don't think he's been officially eliminated, but
All right. It's okay. That's okay.
depending on if I have a really good week, big ol' if there. But if I have a good week, I might just bet on the Raiders for fun.
Yeah, we'll see. Check the Twitter
Yeah,
for
check
Monday
the
night. It's too early. I didn't feel like doing research into 2 Monday night games, so
They both both these games stink.
yeah, they yeah.
Like I get Bears Vikings preseason could have been like a decent game. Falcons Raiders, like what was like? I know the Falcons were like, hey, they could be pretty good. Did anyone have any expectations for the Raiders to not be just anything better than mediocre at
I
best?
don't know. They gotta get some primetime shit or whatever the
They're kind of
TV
like
law
us.
is or something.
They just get the
The
Hoopers
stinky
to sit
slate. Yeah.
I think
half
I
the Monday night doubleheader.
I think I had the Raiders over 6.5 wins on the season during our preseason shows. How many wins they got?
4.
Yeah, you know,
3.
it's week 14.
Week 15, Will.
You know, it's week 15.
They gotta win out, pretty
You
much.
got to win out. I didn't actually place that one, but
Oh,
I did,
well,
I guess,
So-
kind of.
Why
don't
did you
know.
even bring it up? I don't think it.
Well, you
at
were
the
like,
end of the season, I want to be like, man, Will, that Raiders over, not looking good.
well, I mean, you know, you were
I
like,
like how he
who,
I like
who
how he
thought the
started
Raiders were
out. It
gonna
was
be
like
more
I
than
think
mediocre.
I like how he started out. He was like, I think that I placed a future, and then it was like 30 seconds later, I didn't place it, but
Oh, it was a pick that we went over in our weeks leading up to the season of our Fun with Futures series. So
I
that
gave
was
it
one of
out,
my
but I
picks.
didn't place it.
Well, because I'm glad I didn't. It's not looking good.
Is there no?
Probably
What
not
if
gonna
some
happen.
poor what
There's
if
no
some poor
honor in
bloke
this
was just like,
anymore.
that's a really good point, Will. I think
Oh.
I'll take that.
Raiders are 2-11 actually. So
Oh, so
Oh,
that's
well.
a loser.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
they
Wow.
definitely have to. No, that's help me out.
No, that's
That's
it's
done,
lost.
right? It's not happening.
It's
Yeah,
not gonna happen. Or it's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen.
I was high on the Raiders too. Honest, I wasn't. I didn't bet it like a win total or anything, but I loved Antonio Pierce last year. He was my dog. And then, like, God, this team sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
Um,
was down on the Chargers.
I was too. I bet a bunch of futures. I don't remember exactly, but I think I bet they're under as well.
Yeah. I believe I gave that pick out. I didn't take it.
No integrity in this game anymore. Apparently,
all right.
What?
I'm gonna switch gears. Do you guys do you hear about this? Of this Ohio State representative introducing the OHIO Sportsmanship Act yesterday.
What?
Will, do you know about this?
No.
I know Chris knows about this, but the OHIO Sportsmanship Act would make it a felony to plant a flag at center field on Ohio Stadium. First, before we get into it, I think we can all agree that this is indeed a crime. It's criminal, and it is definitely on the same level as murder, arson, human trafficking, sexual assault. I mean, this is a felony charge, is it not? And I mean, like, what do you guys think? I mean, this sounds like a felony to me. Planting a flag on your rival's stadium, center field, 50-yard line. I mean, that's a felony, dude. You should.
What are they
That's
gonna
jail
do?
time.
Are they going to arrest me?
That's
They're
gonna
yeah.
arrest
You're
me?
going to jail. You're going to prison. You are going
I
to
think
prison. That's a felony.
I have the
I'm
same.
not made for the clink.
I have the same stance on this as I had on my college basketball court storming thing.
Hmm.
Let's put some snipers in the stadiums. Just shoot them.
Yeah, just yeah.
They're
I
humans.
mean,
So shoot them.
they're obviously criminals, right? But
Yeah.
and this should definitely be tried. Like I said, this is definitely on the same track as murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State has to be the softest.
This is the most butthurt thing I've ever seen in my life,
Yeah.
dude.
Now that I've said that, they'll probably pin Tennessee over a barrel. But they are just so. I mean, Ryan Day is such a mental midget. He is. God, I hate them. Just not in like a normal I hate Ohio State fashion. They are just not fun. They're kind of pansy ass. But
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that and I thought it was like an Onion article or something.
Yeah, this whole thing reads like an Onion article. This I don't remember this representative's name, but this dude's a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Representative bitch from Ohio. Representative bitch from Ohio. Your turn to take the stand. Your turn on the floor.
Thank you. I would like to introduce the OHIO Sportsmanship Act. Get fucked, dude. Like
So
you get
is it?
Representative bitch.
I didn't read this
You are a
because
bitch.
I didn't read the article because it makes me furious. Is it just at Ohio State or is it all football stadiums in the state of Ohio?
I believe the way that I read it was to plant a flag at center field at Ohio Stadium would be a felony. I'm not
So-
sure if that translates to other, colleges or high schools in the state of Ohio.
I just didn't know if I could go to like Bowling Green or Ohio or anywhere like that. And it's like, hey, I feel like planting a flag right here. And it's like, oh, yeah, go ahead. It's only Columbus where it's a felony.
Yeah, I mean,
So is it stadiums in Ohio or is it Ohio Stadium?
It sounds like
Ohio
Ohio
Stadium.
Is that where Ohio State plays at Ohio
Yeah.
Stadium?
Correct.
It doesn't have a name.
No.
Just
The
No, it's-
shoe,
is it the
It's-
shoe?
well, horseshoe, but that's a nickname. It's not the official.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
as
just
bitch-made as it
called
gets.
Ohio Stadium. I mean, it's it's a historic.
That's pretty fucking lame.
What do you want it to be called, Will?
The bitch stadium for bitches.
Got him. Okay.
Nobody likes Ohio. It's very true. It's a meme, actually.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's fine.
What?
People,
The state?
I like
Yeah.
Cincinnati. It's fun.
That's
I
that's
like
barely
Cincinnati.
Ohio.
I know, but it's still
That is
Ohio.
barely
I
Ohio.
know, but still. But yeah,
I've
get it.
enjoyed my time in
I've only been to
Cincinnati.
Cleveland like twice. Saw the Simpsons movie in Cleveland. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah. No, I mean it's
Was
a
that
pretty
one of-
big meme when you see
One
something
time-
that's like bad.
One time we
you
went
call
to
it Ohio.
Cleveland and we saw the Simpsons movie. The second time we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Great. It's like, oh, what else did you do? Nothing.
Went home. But yeah,
Yeah, there were just no showings in my local area. It's like we had to go to
Had to
fucking
pop out of
Cleveland to
Cleveland.
see the Simpsons movie.
I thought it said Cleveland, Tennessee, and then it just kept going.
It started snowing on the way there. I was like, "What's
I
going
was like,
on,
well,
dude?"
this MapQuest is taking me on a crazy route.
There was this huge lake too. I'll never forget. There was this huge lake on.
It was pretty great.
Yeah, Ohio sucks. I hope Tennessee beats the wheels off Ohio State.
Me too. I'm terrified of that game.
Yeah, you probably should be a little terrified.
Oh, I am. I'm
Yeah.
I'm worried if we're gonna get. It's either gonna be they come out pissed off playing like a national championship caliber team, which they are on paper, and they whoop us, or they've just completely given up and they roll over and die, and Ryan Day gets fired, which I think Ohio State fans would rather have. From
Yeah.
the stuff I've seen online, it's like we're not winning a national championship with this guy, so just lose on Saturday or next Saturday, and let's fire him and get this over with.
Yep.
Well,
I mean,
wait, you're
Ohio
saying
State fans.
fire?
Ohio State
Oh,
fans are saying that.
I see. Okay. I thought you were talking about 10. I was like,
Oh God, no.
what?
No, I would die.
Like you want to fire Bobby Hill?
No, I would die for that man. No, Ryan. I think most Ohio State fans are like, you
yeah.
have to win the national championship or fuck off.
Yeah. So, would you want Tennessee to win the national championship and them just never, ever, ever just sniff greatness ever again?
Yes.
Yeah. Not even a question.
No, not even a question. I would do that for any of my teams. No.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
just
I
because,
think this question has been proposed many times on the
Yeah.
show, but to just never, ever, ever sniff greatness, you'll never have like, a breakout player. You'll never have a great coach. You'll be bottom of the barrel. You'll win 2, 3 games a year. And, those against those dog shit non-conference teams.
yeah, I would in a heartbeat. None of my teams, and we've had this discussion too. None of my teams are in a position at the moment where they will win a championship in the next 10 years, really, other than Tennessee football, and you could say Tennessee basketball. So I've accepted that none of my teams will ever win a title. I've just accepted it because it's gonna happen. So if I can get one, yeah, take me now. I'm good with whatever happens after that.
So, given the college football playoffs, what do you personally think is the easiest slash best path that Tennessee can take to win the national championship? Who do they have to play after Ohio State and so on? Who do you think would be their most or easiest opponents going forward?
Well,
up into the national championship.
If they beat Ohio State, then they do have Oregon, which that's brutal because they are the best team in the country. But one game, you never know. Plus, it's neutral site, so you never know.
Anything could happen.
And then after that, if we were to beat Oregon, we'd need Ohio or Arizona State to beat either Clemson or Texas. Probably Texas. Not going to happen. And we need Boise State to beat whoever they play in the first round, and then probably Georgia. And for it to be lined up to be a Tennessee Boise State national championship.
Wow.
If you're talking easiest, that would have to be it.
Yeah.
Arizona, we need a lot of shit to happen.
That really sounds like a college football 25 national championship.
Yeah, it does. Tennessee Boise. That would be even if I wasn't a Tennessee fan, just as a college football sicko, I would love that. I can see how if you are a casual, why would you give a shit about that?
Yeah.
But I would love it, obviously. If Boise State makes a national championship, I'm jumping for joy. just because
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Like, who would have thought? Um, yeah, I will say that like I'm glad I am like just for this part of I know it's new um for this like college football playoff scheme that they've come up with. It is good that we don't have some team like TCU coming in at 4 again and just getting bitch slapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll have to like work their way. If you want it, like these teams, SMU, Boise State, like if they're for real, they got to show it.
Yeah. Um, I agree. I get what you're saying that like
Yeah,
you don't just have to like win one game and you're in the natty. Like you
yeah,
have to prove yourself. I have seen
hmm
that kind of going around, not just this year, just years like since it happens. Like,
sure.
oh, we can't let another team like TCU get TCU kind of like handled an undefeated Michigan team.
Yeah, but
So
I
like
mean, but then they
for
did
no,
get
I get
got
they got
bitch slapped.
they
Like
did no, but
like
people saying like, oh, they never like even belonged there. It's like they did what they had to do.
hmm
So I think it's a little, and yes, I losing 63-7 is very, 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 very bad. But just seeing a lot of people being like, "Oh, they never even deserved to be there." It's like they lost one game. It was on a walk-off field goal in the conference championship, and then they beat an undefeated Michigan.
yeah.
So they
Wasn't
deserve to be there.
wasn't saying that, but
No, no, no.
it's more just like you work your way to actually get there now.
The cream rises to
Yeah, the cream.
the.
So,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm
You play who
excited.
you play.
What was that?
You play who you play.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot. We got a lot of fun weekends of football ahead of us. Just with
boy,
Saturdays of football play or college playoff, and then you get NFL playoff race on Sunday. It's gonna, and then leading into the actual playoffs, it's gonna be sick.
yeah. Well, the college football playoffs start the 21st.
Starting next week or
Next,
2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I
I think
think.
that's the
I don't.
21st.
Is it okay?
I think that's the 21st, but
I don't
20
know. My
something.
dates are all off this month. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds right. Sure, 21st.
Well, next Saturday is the 21st. So if it
Okay,
starts a week from Saturday, then yeah.
that makes
4
sense.
days before Christmas.
Because yeah, this week is Army Navy and then some bowl
Yes.
game, and then yeah, we get into it.
Which president's showing up to the Army Navy game? Which one?
Both. Let's make it fight.
That's the real election.
I wouldn't hate that. That's how we decide president is
Yeah, just
Greco-Roman wrestling at midfield of the Army
yeah.
Navy game.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson Army Navy game.
Jake Paul gets the loser of Trump.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I mean, shit, man. Don't be surprised.
When we were talking about the Vikings.
Jake Paul, I'm going to fight the president.
That would be hilarious. But real quick, I wanted to bring this up. We talked about this changing gears, but we talked about the Vikings, how they like weren't supposed to be here. I saw someone, and at first I was like, "This is ridiculous," but then more thought I was like, I think they should do this. Should the Vikings trade JJ McCarthy and keep Sam Darnold as their guy?
No.
Why not?
I mean, you gain nothing but you don't I don't know,
But
it's you don't really lose anything, but you don't really gain anything either. Just don't even mess with it. Like
I mean, you have a guy
and
who has proven he can be a starting quarterback in this league, and you're rolling the dice on JJ McCarthy, who, I I've been wrong many times. In my opinion, I don't think he's that good. And Sam Darnold's only 27. It's not like he's 30. I think
I see what you're saying. I mean, like
the GM will not, because you're trading away your first round draft pick before he even stepped on the field, and kind of makes you look like an idiot. But I was like, I get. At first, I was like, that's ridiculous. But I was like, I kind of get it, honestly. Like how hard it is to find a starting quarterback in the NFL when you have one, and you're gonna have a home playoff game. You're gonna win 13-ish games at least. Hard to it's just like, hey, thanks pal, ride the bench or kick rocks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, could be a fluke year this year.
I mean, it definitely could be, like, but I just thought you have a guy who has shown he can win versus a guy you kind of know nothing about. But obviously they like JJ, or else I wouldn't have drafted him. But I also don't want that to happen, because I want the Titans to get Sam Darnold.
You want the Titans to get Sam Darnold?
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't think we're going to
about that.
I don't think we're going to draft a quarterback. So bring him in.
Not this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring him in. If Levis sucks next season, Sam Darnold time.
Sammy D.
The always reliable Sam Darnold.
Yeah, definitely always. I feel like you might as well keep him another year and then have McCarthy on the bench.
I think I don't know what his deal was. He might be a free agent after this season, so I don't know if they'll have an option to keep him. Because he's gonna start next year for someone.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he's a free agent, he's on a 1-year deal.
Sam Darnold on a 1-year deal?
1 year, $10 million. Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
So,
well, I then that's like, no, you shouldn't trade JJ then. Yeah, I mean, like this dude's probably gonna get paid somewhere else.
I mean, like, you could pay him. He's not gonna get he's not gonna get a shit ton of money. He'll get a middle of the road, whatever Geno got, something like that.
Yeah, like a $4 million.
Yeah,
not like $4 million, 4-year something, whatever, double-digit $1 million deal. Like, yeah, like
very much like we're committed to you, but you have to also earn it. Like,
yeah,
like you're not like our franchise guy right now.
That's such a Titans move, dude. Oh my god.
I mean, it couldn't hurt. Bring him in as a backup. I like it.
Let him learn a few things from Will Levis.
Bring him in as a backup. Levis goes to hell. Put in Sam Darnold.
Just a bunch of white guys.
Well, that's all the NFL is.
Quarterbacks.
I was joking. Yes, obviously.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna wrap her up here.
I like it.
I think we're running out of steam here. All right. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We really, really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out. Any interaction with us really helps our reach. Check out the Trend Center link in the bio. 15% off a premium membership. Check that shit out. It's the greatest tool in the world, on the planet, for sports bettors. And you can pretty much make your money back most of the time. I don't know how guaranteed I can say. But in terms of like an ad read. But anyway, then check out, follow us on everything. Link is in the bio for that as well. Bandit might have a Thursday night pick. He's been sleeping on Thursday, so he hasn't been able to make a pick here. So check that shit out. Follow us on Twitter for the exact picks we do. Sometimes we switch. Sometimes lines move. Yes. I think that is it. All right. We will. Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's it. All right. There's 3 of us. Now let's take some money. Woo.